Hello, and welcome to this quick video going over the upcoming changes for the Wraith and the Blight in the 4.6 update for Dead by Daylight. The Wraith is getting a much needed buff to their base cloak movement speed, but their Windstorm add-ons are being nerfed to compensate. I'll give a summary on how that affects things overall in a second. It's also listed that he's getting a nerf to his speed whilst uncloaking, but that's likely not a real nerf and is instead compensating for the new speed in order to result in the same uncloaking speed. The Blight is also getting some love in this update in the form of new, longer legs. His point of view has been bugged since release, being far lower than intended. Now they've created new first-person animations fitting to his proper height. He's finally the lanky pinball he was always meant to be. This should definitely help in tracking survivors and not getting lost in the corn. Going back to the Wraith, I decided to compare Wraith's speeds for both the live and public test versions by running a lap around Midwich. I did this for all add-on combinations, and you can see here the minimum and maximum speed for both the live and public test versions. This is only an estimate, as I'm not a perfect racer of school hallways, but I did multiple attempts of each speed for consistency's sake. Here you can see all of the different times for each version. As you can see, the base speed is significantly faster in the PTB than the live version, and then the difference in speeds gets less and less the better Windstorm add-ons you're using, due to the counterbalance nerf to them. Surprisingly, the maximum speeds in my test were identical to the frame for both versions, which I'm almost certain was intended by the devs. In summary, the Wraith will be greatly less Windstorm add-on dependent, which should allow for different playstyles to flourish. Now for a comparison for the Blight. Here you can see the change in action as I chase a survivor. In the live version, I'm looking up at the survivor, whereas in the PTB, I get to tower over him. Here is a demonstration of using your power and hitting a survivor. Much the same, but the PTB has a nice advantage to see everything from. Next, for the most crazy demonstration. This is the same wall structure in both versions. As you can see in the live version, you can barely even see the Bill standing behind the tall wall, whereas he's easily seen in the PTB. Also, you can barely see a crouched survivor behind the low wall in the live version, as the Blight can barely peer over. Finally, here's a demonstration of interaction with pallets. Here you can see the change in perspective for the animations quite clearly. To summarise, this update brings some much needed quality of life buffs to two of my favourite killers. I think the devs are doing great lately, and I'm looking forward to the coming changes. Thanks for watching, and have fun with the new update.